Welcome back to Twice Half That. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Montessori Joe. Nah, I'm being stupid.
You? Nah.
Hey, did any of you catch any of the games from NFL, this weekend? They were effing crazy, man. The craziest one was, that fucking lateral. What the hell were you doing,
I
dude?
missed it, too. I heard the replay of it on the radio this morning. I didn't know about it until he told me this morning.
See it. It's what the fuck are
because
you
basically
doing?
yesterday was the first week of playoffs in fantasy football, and I lost horrifically in the first round after the morning game. So I was like, you know what? I'm putting on a movie, and I didn't see any more football.
Dude, it was.
So I did see that massive collapse by fucking Indy.
Man, there was a couple bad calls
and those,
too.
Yeah, like
that's the other.
And but
problem.
the thing was, there was a couple bad calls both ways.
Yeah, there was.
So it's like it affects what that does. It's like, oh, it makes up. No, it completely makes the game choppy, which kills any momentum.
Rich Eisen brought something up that I thought was very, very annoying if you're a Colts fan. He, technically, when you're doing a quarterback sneak, it's not, where forward progression has stopped. It's where you fucking land.
Really?
And they did it where forward progression stopped, not where he was when the play was done. So when they spotted the ball, it was obviously not a first down. I was all like, ooh. And there's a couple things in the rule books that the officials just kind of ignored. Like, I don't know, maybe someone being fucking bear hugged from behind, not being allowed to do their job, and the officials just being like, what do you want me to do? If I call that, then, Vegas is going to be out a lot of money. So we're not doing that. And isn't it funny how since they started doing, since it's accepted to have legal betting, that you have a lot more of these odd non-calls or weird calls or just weird plays that happen.
What's
not
funny
really
about that is I was just watching, going through streams of videos while I'm sitting there taking a shit. Fucking
came across.
Yeah, I mean,
you're at the office.
I'm not the only one that does it. I know that for a fact.
No, yeah, you are.
I'm the lone ranger.
I'm the lone shitter. It's like, fuck, who else does it in the group? What the fuck? Well, I guess chicks, but... Fucking A. Fucking A.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Well, at least you do with your dog, I guess. I mean, well, you do. Sometimes. I mean, if shit hits right, you just gotta be like, fucking nigga, I'm with you.
Yep.
Or like Stan when he was growing up in the city in the late 90s. Well, shit. The city started getting cleaned up probably about mid-2000s. Where money started coming in.
Earlier part of the mid, though.
Yeah, like when the gentrification just started to begin. So you still had like the death rows of the crack epidemic. And our buddy Stan lived just off of Haight. So if you're familiar with Haight...
Yeah, and he was closer to Upper Haight.
Yeah.
Closer to the Panhandle and to Homegate Park.
The Haight has all types of homeless. It has rich homeless. I mean, these kids legit have money.
And what it is, and he put it exactly, these kids, it's usually children from affluent neighboring cities.
Usually from like the North Bay, where it's not so much. It's more suburb than city. Even Santa Rosa is like, it's a city suburb. It's a metropolitan suburb.
It's a suburb of a metropolitan area.
But it's
a city
of
itself. Like in the area, that's the biggest city in that area.
It's weird. It's weird. It's somehow smaller than Napa. Like, Napa's a bigger name than Santa Rosa
yeah.
and Sonoma, and those two are a lot smaller. a lot smaller. And if you ever visit the Bay Area,
well, Sonoma,
that is
Sonoma County is Sonoma County is Santa Rosa.
Yeah, it is. It is. Just don't fucking think about it or do any research on the motherfucking
Twice
matter.
that.
And but yeah, it is. And if you visit, I loved working at the airport because people would be like, "Man, I wish I could go to Napa." Like you can.
You can.
Rent a fucking car.
It's 45 minutes away.
It's not far. It's like an hour.
No,
with traffic,
you can do 45 with hour. It's traffic.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, man, could you imagine if this motherfucker drank? Man, we should do a show like that. Oh, dude, what we should do when we get enough motherfucking people who got enough time to bullshit with us, we should do a live stream of us watching Riverdale, and every time that show is batshit fucking crazy.
You mean Archie?
Yeah. What's up with that? It's like, hold on, are you guys?
It is.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, well, hold on. Sabrina even stops by one little thing I was watching. I was like, what the fuck?
Like Netflix Sabrina?
Yeah. I was like,
interesting.
What the hell? Dude, they legit went batshit crazy. They got powers in like the last season. Oh, and you want to talk about that becomes convoluted the show. So every time you're just like, what? Take a shot. And we're probably going to die. Like, that show's legit, like, what
come out of there with some fucking pickled livers.
I can't watch modern television because it's so fucking bad. Like, I can't, like, a lot of the dialogue, I'm just like, oh my god. You have 12 episodes. You could watch old Star Trek episodes.
You look at some of these Netflix shows, they're getting like 8 episodes a season.
Yeah, and those are not, they're not good. I'll give, Netflix is, they're spinning out the ass. So it's all like, all right, you're footing basically 8 fucking hour-long, 45-minute long movies, vignettes. All right, I'll accept that. But when you're HBO and, shit like that.
Well, on HBO, that's all Warner
or
Brothers.
Marvel's another good one. Motherfucker, why are you waiting? You knew this movie was going to come out in 2 years. 2.5 years. Why would you wait to get someone to write it 2 months out?
Yeah.
Like the new Doctor Strange, they were still writing the motherfucker as they were filming. What's-her-face didn't know that she was turning evil. She was just like, oh, okay. Like, and it's bad. I haven't liked Marvel movies, we've been over this, in a while. They're not good. And neither is... the DC movies. They could have done those.
They could have been so much better.
I like them going in a darker, tone. I love that. All the civilians are dying. Yeah. It's... Did you not... He's flying. That's a guy. He's flying, unaided. What the fuck? Did you not see him hit shit and it completely got destroyed? We don't...
It destroyed.
See? It's so mind-boggling. My brain's like, bleh, bleh, bleh. So it's like, come on now. Let's put a little bit of realism on it because Marvel lost me with, just the avenues they traveled. So what the fuck are you doing?
Well, it's already written out. Yeah, we've gone over this. Like you said, it's the forced, quote-unquote wokeism that they haven't, and... I don't have a problem with that whole organic.
It actually
let it happen.
Because
then also for
woken perspective, not from this woke, where it's usually, and it's not, and this is what people need to understand. This woke shit that they're ham-fisting into everything. It's people who literally got their jobs through nepotism. And the people that gave them their jobs are still in fucking control.
Yep.
They just understand this is in the zeitgeist. I don't really understand it, so just do whatever appeases them. To other people who are like, I really don't understand it, but I went to school with these people, so we'll just hire, the motherfucker that shouts the loudest and just says whatever the fuck trigger words we have written down. Well, I guess that's the one. Then they show up with no writing skills, no fucking credentials, and they're literally just, they're the dumbest people to get that point across, and it's like, get out of here.
It's that, and it's the people that jump onto movements because it's fad. It's in vogue. It's that's what it is to be right now, and they just jump from what. So they never actually embrace, believe, or even understand.
It's just the talking points. I know the talking points. Look, I get it.
You go get the cliff notes. You go read the
exactly, and that's the fucking problem. Is you got a bunch of that bullshit, and then you get what you got with the CW with Batgirl, where it's Batman's suit, and then this motherfucker goes, oh, why do you want me to change it? It's perfect. When it's made for a woman, it will be. Like, what? That Batgirl would never say that.
No.
She'd be like, what? She'd be like, hey, nigga, go make me mine equivalent to that so I can continue what that nigga did. That's what... Not only that, she was already on board.
Yeah.
That's the irritating thing. It's like, follow the fucking lore. I don't care. If you want to do your own thing, write your own thing. Don't hijack what's already been written.
We've said that numerous times, talking about comics, talking about film, talking about anything where they're remaking it and changing stuff.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about your vision. I don't care about none of that. I care about the people who wrote it.
Make your vision then, not your vision of what they made.
I mean, you can. I totally believe in updating it, and people who, what I don't understand is people who don't get Batman. I don't get it. He's just a normal human who dresses up, and it's like, that's because you haven't been, properly told what the fuck this nigga does. He doesn't fight. That's not his thing. It's like, I'm not going to fight everybody here. That's cartoons, and even in the cartoon, Batman never really fought multiple people at once.
3 was usually the most, and that was...
He'd do what he had to do, throw down his smoke bomb, and get the fuck out of there. That's what he's a ninja. He's a detective ninja. You need your ninja skills to break into shit to do ninja... or to do detective-like shit. The game Arkham Knight and Arkham City,
there was like 3.
Arkham City, I think, is the one. Whatever, the second one. When he's in, the whole Arkham fucking,
Gotham.
It's Gotham, but it's essentially like a district was turned into a prison. That one, he's running around doing detective shit for the most part. Yeah, are you beating a bunch of people up? It's a fucking video game. Of course, they gotta put shit that keeps you entertained. But if you really think about it...
We're not all Sheldon.
Exactly.
Batman... fucking playing GTA and stopping at the red lights and...
He would have, done things in a clever way to move obstacles about. And that's what would make a movie great. Is you can do that. You could do a show. You could literally do an HBO show, do Gotham.
Yeah.
And don't have it be Bruce Wayne. You have it be Gordon. You have it be other people. You have,
like in Gotham, where it was
exactly.
Gordon.
You can do,
but it wasn't Commissioner. It was,
and only Jesus Christ, that show lost me. I was like, this is bad.
I literally only ever saw the first episode.
That was good.
That and a couple snippets here of like the Penguin and shit.
Now you have little Bruce Wayne. No, that's not the way he was fucking written. Don't do it. Get it the fuck out of here. If you want it to be your own thing, then take that concept, remove that fucker, and then
make your own.
And then start from the beginning. Do the Punisher. The Punisher's a good one. Do the Daredevil's kind of stretching it, but you also do Daredevil. You can do it in a way that is enjoyable and can cut costs, so it's not so CGI heavy. I love story. Do I like seeing pretty shit? Yeah, of course I do. Who doesn't? But if that's all you get, it's like, all right, this is getting kind of stale. It's not like it's speaking from a straight male perspective, a legit straight male perspective. Shit, even gay dudes love staring at tits. So it's not like staring at fucking Selma Hayek's rack the whole movie where she's topless and it's like, this really doesn't fit. And it's like, no, it doesn't. But shut up. it's not like that. CGI is a little bit getting to the point where it's like, it's too much. Now, if you had all of the actresses topless for no reason the whole movie, now I'm like, shut up. But still, I get where you're coming from. I do get where you're coming from. But at the same time, you know, I just have to back up. But, you know, it becomes too much. And that's what, you know, you kind of get with Transformers. That's another fucking thing that could have been real good. But the story was shat. The fucking, you know, everything about it was, except for the CGI, was kind of garbage. And I mean, that movie's heavily gonna, you know, ride on it, and the same with Avatar. It heavily rides on the CGI.
It was 100%.
But we're done with that. I hate, you know, it sucks. I am not that interested in seeing it, to be honest. You know, I have a kid too, so it's not like I can fucking see it at this point.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, I love Grandpa. I love Grandpa. I love Grandma. I love Grandpa. Back the fuck up. You're not watching me, Mom and Dad. Only you. You know, but COVID and that 13-year gap really, really hurt that movie being made. And not to mention, they oversaturated.
Ago?
Yeah, I think so. They oversaturated at least 10 years. They oversaturated, you know, our entertainment landscape with that. It was on all of the time. All of the time. On top of the fact, I grew up watching, you know, two of the, you know, all the movies that it's pretty much based off of. And it's like, after the second time I seen it, it's alright, whatever, I really don't give a shit anymore. Because it's Fern Gully and Pocahontas and a couple other things rolled into one, and you're kind of like, alright, whatever. And even the logic in that movie is kind of like,
damn, 13.
Stupid. See?
2009.
Smart. You know?
I'm surprised.
You know what would have been great?
Wow.
Is if... What? What are you showing me? Avatar 3? Yeah! They've already been slated to come out. He said that he's...
They've already been slated to come out.
He said he's
with
not.
With 3 more?
He said he's not. If this does bad, he's not going to do any more. And, you know, they should have been standalones, and I just... it's just the concept of, hey, we're going to interconnect our, you know, fucking neurons through braids, and we can control the animal. Get out of here. I was like, this shit's weak. Weak as fudge.
Well, dude, the first thing it was like, this is some combination of...
The CGI was great.
Oh, the CGI was amazing. They did a fantastic job.
But the story, I was all like,
so
hold on.
The story is the combination of Pocahontas
his crippled
and
brother
Ferngully.
Can go and use his avatar? Is that what the fuck you're telling me? So we're gonna travel, literally, thousands of fucking light years to get here for some type of, like, that infuriated the shit
and the
out
fact
of
that
me.
he could control his avatar was the whole shift in everything. Like, they
and
needed
that's how
him
we treat life. That's how we treat life on a whole other fucking planet. Like, no, the humankind would most likely flip our fucking wig if you did that. If, you know what, we're just going to strip mine the fuck out of this place. It's like, well, if that
we
planet...
do it to our own planet.
Well, my thing is like, okay, if that planet has a fuck ton of that element, why would we not look towards the rocks that are floating, and there's not enough gravity to, you know, really fuck with that, because it's a giant planet. So the larger the planet, the greater the gravity. So how are we walking on this goddamn planet? Like... a lot of this, and not to the mountains float, and it's like, well, nigga, I'm not magnetic, so it doesn't fucking work. It's like, that's why I'm all like, you lose me with when you go super fantastical, and it's all like, bro, this is science fiction. What the fuck are you doing? This isn't, you know, you're drifting into Harry Potter, and... you know,
while trying to make it something else.
And it's like, I don't like that. That's why, you know, JJ lost me with his version of Star Trek. It's like, and the version of fucking Star Wars. It's like, hold on. All of this shit has been established. Let's stick to what Jedis can do in the movies. And then, you know, when you have a true strong connection to the Force, you can do some of the more, you know, extraordinary shit. I don't know, jump back in fucking time so you can show we're closer to, or not closer to, but like we have a greater understanding, a greater grasp of the Force. We're not fragmented. We're not, you know, polarized in our thinking, so they can do the healing. They can do all that. Then you could start dipping into what people loved about, you know, the books, which I never read. The only thing extended universe I ever interacted with was Knights of the Old Republic. There's shit you could have did there.
That game was
like,
so much fun.
I don't really like, you know, the whole story and saga of Luke hooking up with some broad and she's like supposed to, I'm most likely wrong, so comment if you know how it's supposed to go, but Mara Jade becomes his wife, but she was hired to kill him, but then didn't want to kill him because she fell in love. Oh, that hasn't been done before. And it's all like, then all this other like dumbass bullshit. It's like, or you have it be this dude gets that it was all gray because, I don't know, those fucking ghosts that he was interacting with, who now can interact with all the other dead motherfucking people who participated in the Force. Like, you people, if you don't like the subject matter, don't get into it. If you need that job so you can pay your fucking rent, then do your due diligence.
Do your job properly.
Of fucking shit. You think most writers back in the day gave a fuck about half the shit they wrote? No, I was hired to do it. I researched it. I wrote it. I got it as close as I could. You know, you people just kind of, I'm ballparking it. Oh, it doesn't really matter because I was handed this fucking job. And it doesn't really matter how good it is because just like J.J. Abrams, I'm friends with him. So I'm just going to keep getting fucking movies. Like Batman vs. Superman. Garbage. How is this nigga allowed to write other movies? A lot of these people can't write, yet they repeatedly get fucking movies. And it's all like, is this recording?
Yeah. And big movies at that. We're not talking like they keep getting fucking Sharknado. They like keep getting fucking blockbuster films.
Like a lot of the Marvel, again, like I'm picking on Marvel because they're not written well. They're not, that's how you write a franchise. Like, nigga, you need to go to fucking film school. Because what the fuck they put to fucking print for any of those movies, sans Iron Man 1, Captain America 1. Anything else, it's all like you gave me cookie cutter. Cooker. Not even cookie cutter. Cooker cutter. Bullshit. Garbage. And it was garbage. And all the people that got butthurt at Scorsese saying that these weren't films. They're not films, dude. It's legit the same fucking movie over and
well, it's like
over.
With a lot of music, too. You find a formula and you just keep using it.
And over. Well, that's what makes money. Other shit can make money, too, nigga.
Well, you know why that shit makes money? Enough. Because you keep pumping enough out there. I mean, with that, it's just like with anything. It's a numbers game. If I put out 15 films, at least one of them's going to hit.
It's the CGI.
That's what's really. But it's that same concept. I'm going to just keep putting it out there. Eventually, something will hit. And then once that hits, I'm going to keep doing that.
They know that the Marvel movies are going to hit because the fan base is so fucking wide.
Yeah.
And it's existed. These stories have existed, you know, just as long as these movie studios, if not longer.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's all like they're within the zeitgeist. They're shit that we want to see. I want to see someone punch someone and send them flying fucking 200 feet in the opposite direction.
And that's the reason that they keep doing so well is because a lot of the people that grew up
It's wrestling.
reading that shit.
It's taking,
now fucking have kids, and they're taking into it, and the kids are getting into it. So it's just it's
not even that.
perpetuating.
It's literally eye candy. And who doesn't like seeing cool shit?
Why do you think Michael Bay makes so much fucking money?
It's wrestling.
You know what I mean? Like, why do you think he makes so much fucking money? It's because he just keeps putting out the fucking eye candy, the lens flares, the flash, the boom.
Michael Bay actually tries to put something out. If you give him a shit script, he's gonna give you a shit fucking movie. You give him a good script, what are you gonna get? Bad Boys. What are you gonna get? Bad Boys 2. What are you gonna get? One of the other fucking movies that he did that I can't currently think of. But Speed?
Was that him? I think that might have been him.
I think that was. Great. He doesn't even handle second unit. He handles all the explosions. Armageddon. You know, he knows.
I was just watching that the other day.
You give him a shit script, you're gonna get hey, I could only polish this fucking turd, bro. You know, what the fuck do you want me to do? I will put to film what you give me. I cannot elevate it. You know, Scorsese picks what the fuck he wants, makes sure that it's tailor-written to his specifications. You know, Spielberg used to do that. Now, he don't give a shit because he understands the way these motherfuckers operate. And he's like, I'm not going to fight you.
I'm just going to cash in then.
Yeah, I'm just going to cash in. There's no point in me arguing with you when you're going to pull bitch moves 24/7. Fuck it. You know, I'm just going to sit here and, you know, do a Ready Player One, direct a couple scenes, and then I'm fucking out. Here, Tone, you handle the rest of it. You know, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm getting my chops in now.
Right.
You know, and that's the problem, is Hollywood doesn't, you know, a lot of these people in power, they want to get credit for what was put to film.
Michael Bay directed the video for I'd Do Anything for Love.
Sweet. Fucking Meatloaf. But I won't do that. It's like, you're hella dramatic in your singing, bro. I love it. And he's a big ass nigga too. That's probably.
Damn, I didn't realize that was
Jack
Michael
Black.
Bay.
What?
The Rock.
Oh yeah, The fucking Rock. That was a badass movie. That was a super badass.
Dude, he goes Bad Boys, The Rock, Armageddon, Pearl Harbor.
Pearl again. That was a shit script. They decided to jam all that shit in there. I did not need Josh Hartnett. I did not need that whole convoluted ass motherfucking love story. You put a timeless beauty. That's all I needed. Some hot chick who's a nurse who, you know, literally the only thing I would have liked him to have added was We Were Soldiers scene where fucking my was it the fucking Japanese dude was like, yeah, you know, fucking just had a baby, and he got napalm.
Oh yeah, and he went to go pick up his legs, and they fucking.
Man, that really happened. That really fucking happened. I'm like, god damn.
Dude, that was a good Gibson movie.
That was a great Mel Gibson movie. Who directed that?
I'll find out right now.
Well,
IMDb.
If she would have been dealing with a lot more of that, then it would have been like, oh shit, because you see her, especially at that age, you know, and at that time, she just exuded innocence. Like, that right there, dealing with the horror of, you know, just niggas coming out of, you know, the
Randall
water completely
Wallace.
burnt. Randall Wallace. Oh,
who wrote Pearl Harbor.
Oh, yeah. He
also wrote Braveheart and We Were Soldiers.
Oh, that's fucking the brother of Mel, I think. I think that's Mel's brother.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is. They have, or not brother. Why'd I say brother? Fucking,
I don't know. 'Cause you're...
one of his writing partners. Or one of the people he's gone to before. William Wallace is what fucking threw me off, so I said brother.
That was his brother.
His fucking brother, and it's like no, because I was looking at him in Braveheart.
He was a writer.
He was a writer. He was a writer. I was staring at Braveheart while fucking talking about it. I was like, oh yes, that's fucking
not his blood sibling. He was one of his writing partners.
It's his money sibling. Fucking hey, and William Wallace, the The real battle for Sterling Bridge was pretty badass. He was pretty cool. But then after that, he faced a lot of English and got fucking decimated, and he had to take off. And that's when he lost his crown. And then Robert the Bruce, who they need to do a movie on that guy, because the guy who played him in Braveheart, he plays him in the follow-up, in historical terms, the follow-up to that.
Braveheart 2?
Yeah, because he's actually a descendant. He can be named king. Robert the Bruce. Robert Bruce. And Wallace couldn't. He was just someone who was protector of the realm. And then, he lost at Falkirk? I'm fucking that up. But he lost, and then that's when Robert the Bruce comes. They're outnumbered, and this nigga pulled a boss-ass move. Look up the Battle of Bannockburn. Bannockburn. It's fucking awesome. He whoops ass. He cuts the English in that arse. It's very good. But, movies need to go back to... Historical stints are fucking badass. What would also be great is if HBO or Skinamax or a couple of those...
Showtime, any of that shit.
What they
Netflix.
should do. Pick up Skyrim.
Oh, yeah.
Legit,
we touched on Fallout, like Elder Scrolls.
You should do the Elder Scrolls.
You can do Elder Scrolls...
From, do Skyrim. Everybody's been playing it.
I mean, I love Skyrim, but you could also do fucking Morrowind, which is a completely different part of the world. Start
from Skyrim, because you can introduce a central piece that can be used as
and then expand
not
out.
A MacGuffin, but a
McLovin.
A Tales from the Crypt like device.
Yeah.
Where you could keep revisiting. And then, someone's all like, I'm looking up. And then it's all like, oh. And then you open the book and it's fucking, I could fly high. Or what is it? I could fly in the sky.
Yeah.
Wait, how's that go? It's been a while since I've heard that shit. Take a look. Remember
in a book.
Yeah, I used to sing that shit even as an adult.
Reading Rainbow.
It's a great song. LeVar, you're a boss.
Dude, LeVar Burton.
He's the sickest. He really is.
Dude, I love his cameos in fucking Big Bang.
Yeah.
Like.
They were good.
Yeah.
Who else showed up in there? Did all of them?
No, but Brent Spiner did. Because he opened the fucking Data action figure Sheldon had.
That's right. They should have had fucking Dorn. Why would you not
Michael
have
Dorn.
Worf on? Worf's fucking awesome. They suck balls for pumping out Picard. That show blows.
I've still never seen more than a fucking commercial of it.
I can't. It's like watching the trailers. It's infuriating. It's all like this.
And I was excited for more Picard stuff. I'm a fan of fucking Patrick Stewart, and Picard was a badass captain.
I don't need to see Picard. What I need to see is the fucking follow-up to the Dominion War.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually make something that, and a lot of Star Trek fans are going to get pissed, make something that logically makes sense to actually go to war. Because I've tried multiple times to get into Deep Space Nine. I can't. It does not make sense with multiple fucking things Starfleet does. And I know Starfleet's notorious for doing stupid shit in the other shows, but let's update it. I'm not saying do a reboot of Deep Space Nine, but let's, make shit make a little bit more sense rather than, the fucking Federation just wandering into some random fucking new quadrant. Like, you know what? I don't think anybody's fucking here, so let me just
even though it's been proven, even though I've already proven that there are alien species, I don't think anyone's here.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna start claiming colonies. Cardassia, you up? Bajor, well, you're their bitch. Fucking, you up, and then they just start carving it up. Like, what are you doing? That kind of violates Gene Roddenberry's idea of the way
they basically just went into the Ottoman Empire.
Not even. No, they went into straight fucking Western colonialism circa fucking, turn
I'm talking
of the century.
post World War One, where
When they just started
divvying it up.
Yeah, without winning first. It's like, what are you doing? That's why I said circa fucking colonialism before World War One, because that's what a lot of these niggas were doing. Japan and us were like, well, fuck, we're late to the game. Let's go. And then we just started running, taking shit up.
Guam, Philippines.
Japan,
fucking Puerto Rico.
Japan was all
Hawaii.
like... I love how America's all like, we're gonna fucking take islands. Japan went, I'm taking China. We're all like, shit.
We're taking small islands with small civilizations. I'm going to my biggest neighbor.
Oh, we went giant landmass, little itty bitty islands. They said, I'm an itty bitty island.
Giant landmass.
Everything. Russia, I'm coming for you too. It's holy shit.
Japan's that guy at the bar that takes a couple too many shots and he's ready to fight everybody.
No, they're not that guy. They're the guy that an American walks into the bar and he's like, oh, look at this new fucking pistol I got. It's from this dude named John Browning. It's called a 1911. And Japan's like, what? Let me see. And then we show him, show me how to use it. We show him how to use it. You're my new best friend. Watch this. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, shit. Here goes your half. Thanks. Huh? What? Oh, I gotta go. I heard my mom. And he just take off. Japan's like, all right, you don't want more of this? I'm gonna go get more. You know what?
I'm good.
I'll come back at night. He take off. Japan's no joke. Legit, they are no joke. Look up Dan Carlin.
Well, dude, look at their population versus ours. And granted, we were on two fronts, but they forced the hand to drop the A bomb. Like, they are not a large nation, and at that time they were not a large population.
They took over a lot of shit.
They weren't a huge population, and they gave the U.S. more than they could handle.
They were badass. They almost won the war.
Like, going into battle with a fucking sword.
No, their human wave attacks they were nuts. They were nuts, and we were just mowing them down.
And that takes a toll on a motherfucker, too.
Yeah, well, more of my machinery. But, well, from what my father-in-law said, he was all like, not really. He was all like, nigga, I ain't dying, so peace out, bitch. And you just murder as many as you can. Now, if you get hit, if I get hit, if one of them gets hit, it's like, yeah, damn, I feel sorry.
Yeah.
And afterwards, in the aftermath, and you see little homie over there fucking all fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, nigga, don't be a bitch. Coming over to help you. It's all like, all right, you're not a bitch. Let me help you. Blah, 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 blah. And some of them, they wouldn't talk for shit. And then Americans come, and it's like, there goes some food. There goes some hot food at that. They're all like, oh, shit, and motherfuckers start talking. He goes, you'd be surprised, especially if they were, Viet Cong, usually forced. He goes, those niggas weren't as, diehard. You got me,
I don't really want to be here.
The NVA, those were the actual fucking soldiers. They did their goddamn job. And then he said the Chinese, he was like, nigga, trust me, they were in there in the human wave attacks too. He goes, I know what Vietnamese sounds like. I know what Thai, all that. I know what Chinese sounds like. I know what Chinese writing looks like. Nigga, they were there. Hardcore. More than people, would like to think.
To admit.
And sooner than when people, would like to admit. And same with the Russians. We killed a fair amount of Russians during, not a lot, but when we went after the SAM sites, they were there.
Yeah.
And Russia just kind of was all like, don't do that. But at the same time, they know, hey, these niggas are there fucking shooting these SAMs. So, and really, if it wasn't for Russia being there with their anti-air, we would have completely decimated, North Vietnam. We did decimate them.
Yeah.
Operation Linebacker 2. It had those fucking people like...
There was a lot of explosives dropped. A lot.
And you know who you can thank for shit continuing? The Republicans. We would have been out of that war a lot sooner, but nope, don't do that. And the negotiations break down, and then, we're in the war another 5 fucking years, 15,000 lives. Like, this is the problem when
But that's the party of the military.
Mandatory
that's the party that loves the military, apparently.
They don't love paying for shit. Republicans are pieces of shit. They really are. I wish they weren't, but they are. They care more about money. They will throw every fucking American under the bus so they can make some bread. They don't give a fuck. They should change their symbol. Actually, we all need to make a move to change the Republican symbol from, what are they, the donkey?
Yeah, they're the ass.
From the donkey to fucking Benedict Arnold. Sans his leg. Legit, they should, because they are fucking traitors. They don't... Actually,
that's an insult
to Benedict Arnold. Because and this is what irritates me, because it's a slight omen for what happens in the United States. He actually did shit from merit.
Yeah.
He earned a lot. The Saratoga, that was him. That was not General fucking douche bitch. Fucking I forget his name. He literally told him, no, yeah, I see over there is fucked up, but we need to focus on over here. And, an actual battlefield fucking commanders telling him, that is the weak side. We are good. It is fucking falling. If it falls, we fucked.
Fall.
And he's all like, no, I'm not going to do anything. So he literally took the initiative after being told not to, went and did it, kicked ass, got shot in the fucking leg, which fucked him up, and which is why he wasn't there to defend himself, because he was, got shot in the leg, was hurting, continued the raid, did what he had to do, saved the fucking battle, then was in the tent, medical tent, getting looked after, while, old General Lazy Fuck is sitting there like, yeah, I totally seen it coming. I told Ben to swoop around the side, come and pull a fucking flanking maneuver. Next thing you know, we's got him rolled up, and I'm the boss over here. And they gave him a generalship.
Yep. I mean, and that
happened several times.
And that's the perfect example of what the fuck happens.
And that's why he fucking, betrayed. If I ever became president, I'd absolve him of it. I'd have been like, I understand, why he did it. Am I pissed that he did it? Yes. Did George help make that happen? Yes. He knew people that were like, nah, bruh, this nigga, he's good. And this is after he's one of the only motherfucking people to be like, we don't have a navy, yet the British Navy is up here, up the Erie River?
Yeah.
Whichever comes from the... Which is... Lake Superior, Lake Erie?
Yes.
So Lake Erie east. Erie coming down. Whatever river that is. Coming to the Ohio? No.
I think no.
Ohio goes down. Whatever. I'm not familiar with my, geography in that region. But the river coming down, down through into New York in that area. He legit told all you niggas, all my troops, we're going fucking Roman. Build boats. What'd they do? They built boats and then went to fucking naval war with the Brits. The fucking Brits. We own every body of water that has ever fucking existed without touching it.
You're talking about...
That's how good we are.
The best navy in the world.
At that time. Ever.
By a significant margin. It's not like... They're here and then they're here and it's here. Like,
when it was close, they destroyed the Spanish motherfucking armada,
which then made them the most by.
Yes, they owned everything.
They own the seas,
and good old Ben fought them to a fucking stalemate,
against the greatest navy in the world had ever seen.
Locked them down.
Locked them down with fucking shit they literally just threw up.
With no experience. I have no experience fighting on the sea. None. But you know what? Nigga, I'm a boss. And that is what an American can do. A low-born American, because, we see on a daily basis what high-born Americans do. Not a motherfucking thing. They are useless. Literally, the only thing they're good for, male and female, are fucking cum socks. Legit. They do nothing. A lot of people, again, going back to Dave Chappelle, sticking up for Elon. Why? Okay, if he's your friend, okay. But why is he your friend? He's not a genius. This motherfucker has done
like we said,
nothing.
I can't remember if it was last week or week before, but he's modern day Edison. And those of
I
you
take
who
credit for fucking
don't know
everyone
the
else
whole
invents.
story of Edison, I'm not going to go into the whole fucking story. That was like
he's a thief. He's an intellectual thief.
It was what a lot of companies do now. Is what he did at his workshop. Is you sign basically a contract saying that anything you invent while you're employed here is mine. Companies do that. Any idea, universities do that. Any idea you come up with
while you were working here belongs to me. So anything you think of,
even and there's places that fuck around, and it's even if you did it on your off time at home,
and I denied it. They say it belongs to them. Again, if I became governor, the first thing I would do is protect intellectual property.
The first thing you should do is buy some body armor, because if you become governor...
Oh, yeah. I just walk around... Yeah. First off, we don't like white niggas doing it. The last nigga who did it, we shot. And they killed Kennedy for more than just betraying the motherfucking mob. It's all like, no... Him and LBJ were like, we need to ease up on these motherfucking minorities. That's what the fuck started this shit. And that's what truly propelled it. Because why else was, the FBI trying to blackmail Martin Luther King? Not Martin Lawrence. He's just funny. But... And again, and another thing that irritates me, it's, how people talk about, and again, I'm a quarter fucking black, so this truly pisses me off. Seeing the amount of black Americans who feel some, fucking attachment that they can't leave to Christianity, and then again to the Muslim faith. It's all like, these are two fucking people who have legit enslaved our ancestors for a long time. Muslim longer than Christian, because the Muslims are the ones that started going, and they were literally, you're touching Africa. It's a lot easier for you to just go in and make deals with these tribes,
a lot of Islamic,
and look up Muslim history, and you will see they legit. Oh, I don't believe in, that race shit, but, lighter skin's better than dark skin. That's legit. I mean, lightweight part of it, too, is who you gonna... If you have a dark-skinned slave and a light-skinned slave, and you put that light-skinned nigga out in the field, it's all like, this motherfucker cannot operate for shit. Needs water constantly. Is bitching about being in the sun all of the goddamn time. There was many reasons why they were all like, well, we'll just put them in the city. The problem was you educated them for doing for the jobs they had to do, but they could get out. You didn't educate any of the black fucking slaves that really weren't allowed to leave, because how the fuck are they going to leave? They don't know how to speak the language. Yep. They don't know how to do a lot of that shit. So when it comes to religion, and specifically black Americans, it pisses me off, because it's like this loyalty to something that has kept, our people literally in bondage for, longer than fucking being in bondage did. To this day, it's all like, you guys talk about Jesus and oh my sake, no. That motherfucker, the institution bastardized what the prophet Jesus Jehovah said. And that's all you need to focus on, especially since said person said, don't worship me. That's what boggles my mind. I only went to Catholic school for what?
Oh no,
2-3 years?
It's hard to wrap your head around sometimes with the level of just stupidity in it. It's everything that he spoke about and against in the book that they worship.
The same with Chinese people too. When I was little, I got offended when I heard that a lot of them are Christian. I was like, what? But they have their own, which Buddhism is a lot better than Christianity.
Yeah.
Christianity, if it would have, stuck to the tenets that it originally are, the propaganda that it espouses, as a circular faith, it works, but you don't practice any of that bullshit. The Buddhists did, and unfortunately, it got them taken over by the Muslims. And that's why, Indian culture essentially died, circa 13 something, 11 something, when the Muslims went in there, and unfortunately the Buddhist faith started really taking hold, and I think it's the Northern Kingdom held on for as long as, what was the Northern and the Southern? They held on for as long as they could. The Southern just got fucking enveloped, because a lot of it was, I think it was the Southern, got enveloped from just too many Buddhists. Oh, I can't hurt you. Oh, I can't hurt you. It's like, yeah, okay, I get that. I totally agree on that violence tip. I'm with it. But if I keep trying to stab this nigga, or if I keep trying to go into his room after his woman and his kid, eventually you're gonna have to do something. And telling me to stop or putting barricades, that ain't working.
No.
How do I stop this threat? Nigga, there's only one real way to stop it, and that's to ensure that particular individual is no longer around.
Yeah.
And in medieval times, and actually anything past, or in the past from today, those rules were still in effect. And only today, shit, you can't even make that argument, because look what Russia's doing.
Yeah.
They started doing it in fucking 2014, and instead of, Ukraine doing the thing, and this is why you really need to teach history, because if you are a smaller state, you are either going to be absorbed or you're going to be my vassal. If I don't want to leave you alone. Russia clearly believes that you are historically theirs, even though,
it's not.
All of Russian motherfucking anything essentially comes from the Ukrainian people. You cannot, you literally cannot dispute this shit. It's a fucking historical fact, especially in the USSR. The Russians didn't get into space first. The Ukrainians did. The Ukrainians had the space program. The Soviets had the military. There's a big motherfucking difference. And fucking going off on that tangent completely made me lose where we were and what the fuck we were talking about.
Yeah, dude, I'm
like, wait, where was I headed with this? Let me see.
I'm pretty sure we went from Michael Bay movies to the Ukraine.
Yeah, Slava. Fucking, apparently they got a couple new fucking tangent. They got a couple, experimental rifles there. Yeah. And I guess it's like Sweden. What you got over there?
Oh, they
make a lot of shit. These niggas never go to war, yet continue to make weapons. No, I appreciate it. Keep doing it, because in all honesty,
they're pretty quality.
We're one of the few people that can buy them. So I'm cool. It's us, France, Britain, Australia. It's all like, I like those guys.
Yeah,
they're on the up and up. I'll take it. And
that country though. It's like they fucking
If you're a small country and you don't want to be invaded, you need to just petition the U.S. and be like, hey, I want to become a state. See, if I was president, nigga, we would have a lot more motherfucking states, I'll tell you that.
Well, at the very least, even if you're not going to do that, you have to have gotten into the UN earlier.
That's what I don't get. The second I got invaded, I would have been like,
I'm part of you guys.
Yeah, I'm joining you. Come here, and I'm not asking you to fight it for me. I'll even keep it segregated and we'll put this in our negotiation that once I get, my munitions and the training, I'm going after these assholes. That's my motherfucking land. That's not theirs. And then you proceed to fucking butcher the shit out of all these Russian invaders. That's, I'm totally for that. And if it was whoever's invading, they need Dauphine screaming outside. Fucking,
I heard, since I have the headset set on this ear,
that?
I hear it in my other ear, so I'm like, I know it's not coming from that way, because that's the kitchen. That's the outside.
Huh? Wait, my merchant crack sense is tingling. What? It sounds like a 20 shot. I'll be back. Nah, let's be for real. It's probably like a 10 shot. Fucking, because that motherfucker sounds fucking horrible. It's like back in the day you had town criers and shit that they'd be, walking through the goddamn street saying that we got
dope fiends.
Just be like, up and down the goddamn street.
At fucking 3 in the morning.
Shut up! Me and my cousin, he'd be walking up and down the street making noises and shit in his window. The top was an A-frame. So my dad built, it was an attic that had got converted into a bunch of rooms and shit. So the only window that they could, or I think the window he wanted, he didn't want a forward-facing window. He wanted one on the, like a bubble fucking window or whatever the fuck it is. So you could crank it up, bop, 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 bop. Right, and some Dauphine was making hella noise, walking up and down the street. And this nigga was all like, we were like 15. He was all like, oh shit. And he pulled out his Walther PPK CO2 fucking BB gun, and he was all like,
I think I have one of those. It doesn't work anymore, but I think I have one of those.
He was all like, now we both didn't think that it would reach that far. It was a good 250 feet away. So I'm like, oh shit. And he had a puff coat on, so I was like, he got some down. Even if it does hit him, it's not like it's gonna do a lot of damage. And Michael,
unless you fucking hit him right in the dome.
So Michael wasn't trying to do that. And then he was all like, nah, I'm not gonna shoot him. And he totally Simpsons that shit. Fucking aims away from that motherfucker. Not a lot. He's like, I want him to like kinda hear it go past his go past him, but not at his head. At like he's aiming like shoulder waist. So he fires it, and you hear, and it's all like, oh shit. He's like, oh shit. And then he fucking, we both duck outside the fucking, view of the window. Lights off too, so he wouldn't be able to see us anyway. And he's like, what the fuck? Spins around, he's looking, what the hell was that? And now it's all like, dick mode activated. So we pop back up and we're looking, and he's like, fucking motherfucker, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he walks a couple more steps, and he goes, pop, scat. Shit, I hit him again. He just starts running. We were rolling. That shit was fucking hilarious. Man, 15-year-olds. I was like, oh,
they can be assholes.
Yeah. They can. Shit was, but he was at a distance too, so it was all like, he probably won't get hurt. And he aimed away from him, and it said, nope. You can hear it hit too. Smack! It's like, oh shit. Fuck, but it was a puff coat, so
yeah,
it would make a hell of fucking noise.
Yeah, you get that nice echo just.
And the way it hit, and his reaction, he clearly heard it, knew something hit him, but it didn't hurt.
Yeah.
It just reported. What the fuck? That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Not as hilarious as the time that you weren't there. It was me, my older sister Elena, my cousin Michael, older cousin by like 6 months, so not really.
Yeah.
Ralphie and Stan. We were all smoking on, we were at Michael's grandma's. We were out front. We were smoking. Let's go to Mr. Pizza Man. Went to Mr. Pizza Man. Got that food. So if you're familiar with San Francisco, if you're familiar with San Francisco, we went from. You know, she doesn't live there anymore, so...
Like between 25th and 24th.
25th and 24th.
In Bryant.
No, not Bryant. Jesus Christ. York.
Yes, and the one down from Bryant.
Yeah. And then we walked to 22nd and fucking York to Mr. Pizza Man. Got what was it? At that time, I think it was the Mission Special. We got that. And then now it's the Monster Special. Then we walked down. Yeah. Then we walked down to Michael's house. His parents still live there, so I'm not going to say that. Down a couple blocks.
Same region, a little further up.
Yeah, just a little, like 5 blocks up and some blocks over. And we're there. We're eating.
4 or 5.
And yeah, it's not a lot. And we're sitting there. We pound the pizza. Damn, that shit was good. And smoke some more weed. You know, and then we're walking back, and my sister, I don't know what she ate earlier, but she's like, man, it started to mess with her. And we're walking, no, I'm sorry. We walked back to his grandma's. That's where we ate the pizza, smoked again. Then we were walking to his house. And when we're walking back, and my sister has epic fucking burps. And especially if she's going to barf, it's like normal people... You know, you burp and the bubble comes through the esophagus. Her shit goes, no. Opens up and it's just like, let it all out. And she just, I mean, you would literally be Booger from
Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds would legit be like, I'm jealous. How the fuck did you do that? And we all, I think each of us, had like a liter of Coke too, so that's fucking a lot of soda, and you're just pounding, eating fucking pizza, hella stoned. We may have been a little tipsy, may have drank a little bit, I don't remember. And so we're walking, all that shit's mixing.
And you get that nice movement in it too. Just
and it's like fucking 1 a.m, and this shit's just echoing off of the motherfucking walls of these goddamn houses. And we
especially
are laughing.
Right down there, because it's all fucking narrow.
Yeah, it's hella narrow, so you can just hear it reverberating. And it's hella funny. And since childhood, me and Michael and Elena were all related. Obviously, me and Elena are brother and sister, and Michael is
2 siblings and a cousin are all related.
Yeah, believe it or not. I mean, really related, because he's our first cousin. And so since childhood, one of us, Elena, if she starts to burp like that, me and this nigga know we gotta go. We're gonna barf. So me and him were like, we're laughing and we're picking up speed. You know, and they're all like, why are you guys speeding up? Stay with her. And she's like, and we're all laughing. She's laughing, and then we can hear it. It's like, oh shit, it's coming. And then she's like, she starts ralphing, and that's loud as fuck, and it's just reverberating hardcore. Me and Michael are laughing, and we're like, we gotta pick up speed, and then she's laughing in between Ralph's, and then she and then it's like, I'm like and then Michael literally starts busting into a run, and then I just start blowing chunks, and Stan's laughing hella hard, Ralph is laughing hella hard. And then, like, I'm fighting it, and then I start laughing hella hard, and I laugh so hard, I'm like, I just Ralph, and then Michael's running, and I look up, and then now this nigga's Stan's laughing hella hard, and he's crying, he's like, I can't breathe. He's like, fuck, I'm gonna throw up if I don't catch my fucking breath. That was fucking hilarious. That was one of those things, if you were there, you would have been either disgusted or laughing hard as fuck. Those burps were legit echoing down the street and around
shaking
the
fucking windows.
Corner. Legit. It was like, holy hell. She was like, I was like, oh man. I'm like, fuck it, Elena, let's just go to grandma's. Just up the block, fuck it, we got a key. Just walk in that nigga's house and be like, I'm going to sleep.
I don't feel good.
That shit was fucking hilarious. Good times, good times. Hey, mind you, there was a gang war going on at the time, too.
And this area, if you're unfamiliar,
had a lot of deaths. It had a lot.
It was right in the heart of that gang war.
A lot of homicides. No. Wait. That was a year after Homeboy got... running away, he got shot in the ass, and it took the tip of his dick off. Legit. And he was still in high school, so most likely, I think my nigga was still a virgin. Oof. To take the tip, that's how you make a supervillain. I would have been like, fuck it, I would have just joined up and started murdering niggas. Legit. Whoever did it, I'm on the opposite side, and revenge must be had for Harry Johnson, because that's
Harry
not
Johnson
right.
And the boys.
No, the boys were still cool. They were still there, and luckily, he could still piss. You still have the urethra and everything, but it's all like coming is probably out of the question. Unless your balls just get so backed up that they're all like, fire! Because
there's no nerve endings, and like the nerve is just, it's fried.
Gone. The tip is where all the magic happens,
saying.
and it's like...
The nerves are fried, they're gone.
Poor bastard. I'm like, damn, man. So sad.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, whoa. I wonder if have they tried to transplant a dork?
I believe they actually did.
Would you have to transplant the whole chunk? Like
I would assume
pork
so.
And beans?
No, I think it's
shaft.
I think it's just shaft.
You have some 18-year-old dibs on Mandingo when he dies. It's like, what? Fuck nah. Let me put that shit in my will. Like, fuck that. I ain't being no donor. Fucking donate my dong. Fuck that bullshit. Like, fuck it. You gotta go. We need that body part. Hold on. What?
Well, I mean, that's basically what they do now for organ donors. It's like, yeah, you're close enough.
They're talking about, would it be ethical if we were to be able to clone you and then just
take the organs,
farm them? And so, like, or we could figure out a way to just keep that individual organ alive, or create one.
Yeah, why don't you just clone?
Or have a repository of,
a suppository?
Of healthy cells from a bunch of different organs.
And just keep rebuilding them.
I mean...
Chia lung.
Yeah, you do that. Fucking not have to have an Okampan lung, because a fucking... The fuck are they called? God damn it! Because
the fucking face you made, he got stuck.
The fuck are they called? Damn, I'm spacing on them. The Vidians from Star Trek. That shit's scary. They got hit with some fucking plague, so they're literally wasting away, getting all deformed and shit like Elephant Man style. And in order to stay alive, these fucking aliens go around abducting people. Sometimes they don't even need to abduct. They know their technology's better. They're just gonna come in and be like, take a couple people and then farm them for their fucking organs. Not, I'm gonna clone them. I'm gonna take your lungs, rewrite their genetic code to fit a Vidian body, and then put that in that nigga, and then you, or shit out of luck, peace out bitch, spaced. Or, in their turn, energize that nigga and just keep him scattered into space. That's fucked up. That's a quick way to go, though.
Yeah.
If you're going to be executed, being transported is most likely the best way to go. Hell, painless. Because you just, literally, it's close your eyes and you're gone.
Yep.
Bye. Peace, nigga. So, like, man, that's what bums me out that Star Trek is written so shitty. And Star Wars, I'm a diehard, both of them fan, and it's like, you're killing me. I can't watch anything new. Star Wars, it's like, I'm not watching...
I think I saw the first JJ Star Trek. I think.
I like that until fucking... that shit had... That was Homer from The Simpsons, obviously. Me and Lil were doing something, my younger sister... when we were like 12, when I was 12, she was like 10.
Whoa!
And he just fucking said that, me and her spun towards the TV and started fucking crying. And since then, anytime me and her like something and it's hell out the blue and the other one isn't paying attention, that gets yelled. And it's all like, ha ha ha, that's funny. Gummy Venus de Milo. He grabbed my ass. It's like, no. Well, technically, a little bit. But I was going after the gummy. So, like, I'm not a pervert. I'm a gluttonous motherfucker. Then what was it? The Pop Rocks and the soda?
See you in hell!
God, that show's totally gone downhill. It's sad. A lot of them do. Ooh, shit. I gotta get going.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, but NFL quit sucking. Gambling and sports needs to go away. Long-term contracts.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that fucking the betting thing. I was gonna say one of the funny things. I was watching some video, as we do, and came across a clip from their podcast, Bussin' with the Boys, with Taylor Lewan and Will.
Forte?
No.
Arquette? Farrell?
He was a former linebacker, but he was talking about how I think he was in the league for 9 years. Last year was his last season, but he was...
William Wallace? Hey, you know who got a nice rack? Is fucking in Outlander, the sister.
I've never seen Outlander.
Will
Compton.
She's got a nice rack.
Will Compton. So he was talking about... So he and Taylor Lewan have this podcast, which is on, I think, Barstool Sports shit. But he was... Last year he actually played. He was in talks with Atlanta to join their practice squad. But because he's got this podcast and they have contract with, like, gambling sites, they're like, well, there's a conflict here. And it's like... And he was ready to just be like... And he got with everyone... And they were like, do whatever you need to do to be able to play. And so it was just this whole big thing. But it made me just start thinking, when you talked about betting with sports, so it's okay for the league to be in bed with
but
these gambling sites, but you can't make any money on it.
The people who make the rules and then
and not just enforce the rules.
But think
well, it doesn't matter what the fucking rules are. If I enforce them, I can pick and choose.
That's what I'm saying. What was the line on the Commanders getting played? That was legit. That's like us as kids. Me coming up behind you, and you come up and you bear hug and you pick them up and it's like that's literally what he did. That's literally or the improv game where you put your hands behind your back and then your partners got their hands in front doing shit. He literally did that. I'm like, dude, that is incredibly bad. The Bosa fucking fumble.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of fumbles that was straight bullshit.
You had Bosa was a sack or not a sack, but it was an interception for pick six that they called back because they said it was roughing the passer when he hit him before he threw.
Wasn't there a fumble?
There was a fumble also.
Yeah. So and I may be confusing with there was a bunch of them this fucking weekend that got called back, and it's like, dude, that is what makes people think that it's fake. And then you have kickers that show, that have said, they switched the ball out and you get a completely different ball for kicking. And then when you see them miss some field goals, it's like, that's weird because I rarely see the wind change direction like that within the 23, 27 yards that field goal was kicked. And it's literally doing that and then off. It seems like something following a magnetic field would do, which has been fucking proposed, which is why you're not allowed to do a lot of the shit to the goalposts that you used to.
Yep.
But I better get going before fucking stupid ass Bart totally redoes their schedule. Bart,
On the
suck.
fly.
Oh, we don't have money. We may not be able to run weekend trains. More people are riding Bart now more than ever. That's my brain being like, I'm over here. And my mouth's like, bro, slow the fuck down. I literally have to finish this before, and then right brain's like, we're over here. It's like, God damn it, you fucking special motherfucker.
Yeah. And it happens. You start
It's like,
fumbling.
you're creative, but you're an idiot. Fucking, hey.
A creative idiot.
That's what you got with the Patriots. He was nigga. You ran to the one and then was like, no, I'm gonna run back. Not a couple yards, I'm gonna fucking run back. No, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna run back all the way back to Jones and I'm gonna toss it to that nigga. Oh damn, someone's in front of me. Ha! Like he literally, what was up with that? And it was a jump shot. What are you doing?
See, again, I didn't see this play.
When you're watching it, you could see you got line of scrimmage, you got first down, and towards the end of the game, you get, the line that shows you fucking where you get to the field goal. Then you got the red zone. This nigga ran past the green into the red zone, then came back out of field goal range. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Mind you, this is in a tie game. As time's running out, all the team needs to do is have him go down, call timeout, and kick the game-winning field goal.
Poor Daniel Jones, he's just standing there, and this big-ass nigga is literally in front of him. Daniel's like, is that the ball? Is that... He caught it. What? Oh, shit! And then homeboy just said... Daniel Jones like... It's like, oh, well, I guess that's that. He legit, I'm like, that poor son of a bitch.
He just hit that off switch.
His brain was like, you could tell, he was in complete shock. What's he doing? Is he throwing it? Oh, is that the ball? Oh, shit. That's literally what that was. It was like, I don't fault him at all. He was flat-footed. His brain was, he just... What? What? But we won. We were there. It was right there. It's legit. Like you're about to get laid. You're fucking there. And then your
It's
buddy
40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
Where he fucking kicks her in the mouth.
Not even that. Because you're like, I'm there. She's totally willing. She's not gonna go. She's about to take her fucking bra off. And then you bust in. You're like, I found a ride for you, Cindy. And guess what? It's your mom. Say, oh, I hate this motherfucker. I'm gonna stab him. It's legit, and I'm pretty sure we've all had that happen. Motherfucker. Nah, not him.
No,
it was. I don't want to get into it.
It's still a sore subject.
Yeah. Well, and I gotta go. We gotta go. That is not a story for the internet.
What do you think the internet was invented for?
For fucking yourself over, and I refuse to do that. Well, I'll do it with language, but cursing, not suggestive. All right, I gotta go. Goddammit.
Hit that subscribe, like, comment down below. Later.
Go Giants. Go Niners. Go Sharks. Go Warriors. Go River Cats.